everybody. This is a grumpy old guy gaming. Actually, as accurate as that portrait may look, that's just our character here in Skyrim. He is in fact named Agog, because that's just how I did. And we are at the beginning, not the beginning, I went through the very early tutorial, here's how you walk stuff. But we're in Helgen Keep, which is where I kind of consider all sort of like Skyrim playthroughs just starting. I've picked up very few things, and I'm only making light of this because while the game's out for 10 years now, it's still new to some people because it's constantly being released. This was the special edition release. I didn't plan on upgrading to the anniversary edition or getting the anniversary edition. But one of the things I like to point out is when you come into the keep here, this first room, they want you to check around, loot what you can, and they really want you, I'm going to switch to first person mode here, they really want you to loot this chest. Once you open it and get the gear, Hadvar there, your buddy and the guy who was at your execution and is going to let you free, is going to pull the chain for that door there, and then you begin on your merry way. I go with Hadvar for a couple reasons. One, while I'm not too thrilled the Imperials were trying to kill me, it was kind of being too close to the Stormcloaks that got me there. Two, I find it doesn't really work too well with the Stormcloak guy. Hadvar really won't move out of this room for any reason until you loot this chest. And he's also an essential character who's not going to get hostile with you until the end of this keep. So, what you can do is take your sword and just hack him to bits. And what's going to happen is you're going to get him low enough that he's going to go ahead and drop in health. But once he hits the point where he would normally die, he'll just stagger and then start regenerating health again. He's also going to keep saying the same static phrases until I actually loot that chest, so it's not surprising in the least that you would want to maliciously attack this guy after the 80th. You'd better get some gear. As you can see, we pushed him well on his mark. One time I did accidentally push him through, and there you go. I've increased my one-handed damage to 36. Now, you may be asking why on earth I've got the sword in my left hand. That's for a couple easy reasons. One, I'm left-handed. There's a bit of a personal trait. Two, if you equip the sword in your right hand, you'll see I got it on the favorites little mini menu there. You have to go through that unsheathing thing, which isn't super long, but if you do it in your left hand, it just appears. So there you go. Out, on. Plus, I really love this basic, like, thrust on the power attack. Works super well. So I went Dark Elf. This is the first time I've ever gone Dark Elf with a character. I just got my one-handed to 36, and that's really not going to play too big a deal. I do like playing spell swords, sort of the Final Fantasy Red Mage thought. Also going to be leveling up Destruction and Restoration. There's just about any way you could play Skyrim, mostly Stealth Archer, but surprise, surprise, I never have and never wanted to, because spell swords to me are the coolest. So I've got my Novice and Apprentice for when I get their spells at half cost. I've also got Destruction Dual Casting, and when we get up to level 7, I'm hoping to be around Destruction of 40, so I could get Impact. And Impact and the Apprentice Destruction are really how I'm going to cheese most of the early game quests. Also got Novice Restoration at half Magicka, so I could heal effectively, because I am not the greatest at dodging, and this is going to be a light armor character. I can create steel armor and weapons at forges and improve them twice as much. I'm going to be going through the smithing tree, but smithing and enchanting are basically just to get my own gear better. We'll go through the rest of the traits I get as I get them. As for one-handed, I don't even have a perk yet on one-handed. I'll probably pick up some one-handed damage stuff. Probably get the stamina down to 25 less. And I'll more than likely go after the Bladesman perks, because I'm going to play a swordsman. There you could see the name up there, Agog. And just to show you that it works every bit as well.
You better.
Now, the most mana effective way to do it is actually just little pulses like this, because it's going to give you a little bit of experience in your destruction every time you hit them. And technically, the most mana effective way to do it is with sparks, and not with flames, so you don't get that extra burnout damage. Yeah, this is one of these spare times where you don't want the extra damage. Needless to say, once you get up around 25, this starts taking a while. But you could see it right here. I'll scroll over to the destruction. We've picked up about, you know, a little less than 10% of our bar just from that. That said, I will go ahead, open the chest here. It really wants me to pick up the iron sword in here. I've already got one for fighting, and it's never going to be worth enough to me on weight. So I'll grab the Imperial Light Armor, I'll grab the boots, and I'll grab the Helgen Keep Key, because why not, right? That means we could dump the foot wraps, which are going to be nothing to us. I would wear the Imperial Light Armor, but I don't know. I'm feeling kind of cheeky today, so I'm going to hold off on that for now. We'll wear these boots. And yeah, what the hell? Let's wear a helmet. Safety first, kids. Go ahead, switch to double sparks. Now he's going to go ahead, open the chain for the door. I do have a few mods on. Probably the most broken of them are the Craftable Everything mod and the Rich Merchants, because I don't want money to be an issue. I don't want my gameplay slowed down by money being an issue. So we're just going to go ahead and pull the chain here. Got a couple Stormcloaks here. Pretty easy peasy to deal with.
Let me see if I can get that door open.
Taking a look, really nothing. Well, maybe the fur gauntlets. Nothing of value on the Stormcloaks too much, but I'm a cool colors person. So we're going to go to Gunjar here, and we'll take his clothes. Go to the apparel section, and get rid of the rough spun tunic, just sort of toss that down. And now we're looking like the Misfit Soldier of Fortune. Time to walk down this landing and the stairs to the really easy exit out of Helgen Keep here at the beginning. And rocks fall. Nobody dies. Nice of Hadvar to show up.
Damn, that dragon doesn't give up easy.
I'm gonna walk in here.
What was that?
Just had to take a pot shot at me and I'm wearing their cuirass. Ah, Stormcloaks. Wow, that guy took an arrow to the face. Hadvar, not messing today. Apparently we put him in a mood, you know, zapping him with lightning for about 2 days. I'm gonna grab that potion. I'm a very selective looter in this game, except for books. I like having full bookshelves when I build my house. Got the Hearthfire DLC and the Dragonborn DLC. I mean, by this point, they really should just be considered part of the game. Alto wine, worth it at lower levels, so I'll go ahead and pick up that bottle. Once again, it really wants me to loot that barrel. I do believe it will go on if you pass a certain point here, but I'm just going to check these bags and things for anything that could be used as an alchemical ingredient. I'm not going to get too heavy into alchemy, but I will make potions for spare money and for spare potions, as that is typically the thing that makes sense. I think that's the only searchable barrel too. Yeah, we've got a health potion over there. Got a little crawl space up there too. I don't know if that's useful for an archer. I don't know if it's worth it to even try getting up there. I think that's a salt pile too. Got some salts there. Just out of reach. So let's go ahead and loot the barrel. So we get 3 more potions of healing, a potion of magicka, and a potion of stamina. Right now we're sitting pretty on our potions. 5 healing, 2 magicka, and a stamina. It's a really nice opening setup. Yep, salt pile. Also love that they measure salt by the pile.
Done then?
Yep, I'm done. How happy we are that he waited for us to open the door. Coming down into the torturer's room. Got some Stormcloaks to deal with here. Gonna inadvertently deal with the torturer and his assistant too, because they're kind of annoying. Hey, we got our first cutscene kill too. That's awesome. Yeah, the torturer and his assistant are just kind of the worst, so we're taking them down. Can pick up a steel dagger. Not sad about that. Imperial light armor, that's worth it. Grab these light bracers too. And what the hell, the torturer's hood.
There's something in this cage.
Just got the light armor from the assistant.
See if you can get it open with some.
But we got some goodies in here too.
Grab what you can.
This is their little cell. You'll see I cut the dialogue there by killing the torturer ahead of time. Grab a brief history of the Empire. A beef history of the Empire. Sorry folks, it's early in the morning. I did not sleep well. Both volumes of A Brief History of the Empire, because it's important to know your Empire knowledge when you're going to be Dragonborning. Gonna skip the shield and stuff because that's excess weight I don't need. What I do need are more lockpicks. I already got gifted some. Hey, Book of the Dragonborn. That's us. And we accidentally grab that iron dagger, so let's drop that. Pick up 4 more lockpicks and another potion of healing. And now for the gear we really want. I'm gonna go ahead, unlock this door. It's gonna tell me how to lockpick. It's dual stick rotation. Well, I guess just movement. That little jitter means we're not close, so I'm going to adjust the pin. Almost got the thing open, so I'm going to go a little bit further to the left. And that was the wrong direction. See, it's trial and error, and the more carefully you do it, the more lockpicks you'll save. Really one of those skills I've never invested in. So here we have a dead mage. Equal parts dead and mage. And we take his stuff because we're the hero and this is an RPG, and that gives us the right to steal from dead bodies. Now taking a look at our expansive amount of gear, we really want the Novice Hood, which is going to give us 30 extra Magicka, and Novice Robes, which are really going to boost our Magicka regeneration. Torturer's Hood, kind of a nice fit, but it's not going to work for us in the way we would like it to. Also equip those bracers. So look at us, we've gone from, you know, prisoner in rags awaiting his own death to confused as to whether we're with the Imperials or the Stormcloaks to pretty snazzy dressing apprentice mage. Any of them are better than the dude on the wall. But yeah, quite a career we're starting in the Elder Scrolls V. Also love how the Elder Scrolls games just drop you in places and are like, yeah, you're gonna die. You're always sentenced to death. Just nothing to get in that cell, but it's good practice. "17 lockpicks left. Had to lose one, right? Like I said, I'm not going to invest in the lockpicking skill at any point, so practice makes perfect for me on these. Speaking of, got some extra doors here. See, already to 16. We're naturals. Empty cell, empty cell. Empty cell, which means this one should, yep, this one's, well, it was occupied. I suppose it's not empty. Getting an awful lot of locks to the right today. Searched the skeleton, got some bone meal, and where on earth is he hiding these coins? Well, best not to think too much about it, just take those. And the 9 more in the pouch. Nice that they let him keep his money, I guess. Come down this way. Got Stormcloak Soldier dead in here, just got Ragged Robes. Skeleton, again from the old school, so he got to keep bone meal and a gold. Weird that his bones are getting ground up into meal there. Another skeleton. This one just wanted a high 5. More bone meal and another gold coin. Yeah, these guys stuck together, Hadvar. I don't know if that's the best advice.
Come on, hurry up.
And again, at any point throughout the keep here, if you decide that your skills need just a bit more buffing, at this point you want to be a touch more selective with it past the first room, because you will be running into more Stormcloaks and more danger. But as you can see, we just wasted Hadvar's life total on short pulses with about half of our Magicka bar. So, we're going places in this world. The destruction magic is strong with us. Coming down into this little area here. Okay, we've got more Stormcloaks. I really want fire for this room. Flames is where I want to be. Gonna run into some more heavy weapon fighters. Gonna use the environment to our advantage because there's gonna be a bit of an oil slick here. Love doing that. And he's gonna walk right into it, try and shoot at us. Dodged there. Again, I don't think these guys will really have anything we're after. Hey, we didn't even take an arrow. Every now and then I like to clear the spare arrows out that my character collects due to my awful dodging. Well, I guess he didn't need our help there. Nope, seemed to have that pretty well under lock. I keep wanting this to be Hanging Moss. It's not going to be Hanging Moss. I just really want it to be for the alchemicals. But yeah, there's that battle down. As easy as it gets. Really, this tutorial does a fantastic job of hand-holding. I will admit the first time I played Skyrim, I died to Riverwood Chicken Syndrome, where you see a chicken and feel the need to hit it. I actually accidentally hit it because I forgot what button the hit button was. And yeah, then the townsfolk took exception and killed me dead. That was the thing. I'm going to take a little detour so we can avoid Hadvar giving us the same 5 lines of advice. Take the side path. Grab some extra coins, more bone meal and coins, and another potion of healing. Trust me, these potions will be necessary later, as I'm not very good at things. I don't think I've ever come the whole way this way before. And with good reason. There's not much to get over here, apparently. Just that busted out section. So, back out through the grate we go.
This way, come on.
Aw, wasn't that nice? He was worried about us. Again, he sentenced us to death a little while ago. Well, technically his boss did, Leggett did. But he didn't help. Is now, though. Coming into the spider room. If you don't like spiders, this is your least favorite part of the tutorial. Fortunately, we're not that worried about it. Because they ain't got nothing on us.
Thanks, giant snakes.
Giant snakes, he says. Getting up near 100 gold. Not gonna lie, 90 gold, pretty decent for escaping prison. Or so I've heard. Grabbing this frostbite venom because it's another nice little sale item early game. Also going to be hopping about here, checking the egg sacs for the spider eggs. This, not the most original idea, a let's play Skyrim deal. Certainly not going to be 100%ing it, because I honestly don't know what 100% of Skyrim looks like. It's just too open a game for that. Plus, I'm not a completion guy. But I will be playing my game, because this is very much a storytelling game. Most RPG adventure titles are. And I feel the most complete thing you could do is tell your complete story through your save file. Oh. Also seems we've got a bit of a skeever there. I just sort of wrapped up. Let's check out the web sack, and yeah, we could grab a skeever tail. Always look up, kids. Always look up. The goal for me is just to get... Well, that ain't coming down. Yeah, the goal for me is just to get as many alchemical ingredients piled up as possible for later on when we get a chance to use them. Here's Hadvar waiting for us again because we're slacking off and now we're going to be late for school. So let's just go ahead, rush ahead of him, and come to the other side of this little dribbling of water where we have yet another unfortunate soul who was this close to leaving with an iron dagger and take this potion of health. That doesn't heal you, that gives you bonus hit points, or in my case, sells for a fair bit of cash, because what do I need bonus hit points for? So Hadvar's probably waiting for us up here.
There's a bear just ahead.
He's sneaking, so we'll sneak as well. See the little closed eye icon.
Be able to sneak by. Just take it nice and slow.
Let's not sneak at this point because
Or if you're feeling lucky,
we've got Alto wine
boat
and
might take you
coins
by surprise.
in the cart.
Go ahead. I'll follow your lead and watch your back.
Gave us a bow and some arrows. I'm not going to use the bow and arrows. He says we want to sneak past the bear. Let's go ahead and sneak. So as long as that icon is the straight line with the dot in the middle, that means eyes closed, ain't nothing seeing, hearing, or feeling us that we don't want to be seeing, hearing, or feeling us. We are essentially invisible to the world we are interacting with. We will become known if somebody happens to catch us in their field of vision or we make a noise. But right now our goal is not to disturb this bear. We do not want to disturb this bear. No matter what we do, we should not disturb this bear. Of course, if you do it that way, you don't have to sneak and the bear ain't never gonna find you. Also, bear claws and bear pelt. Why bear pelt? Easy smithing, leather stuff. I'll collect a lot of pelts and hides on my way to leather armor and iron dagger. This will be coming out on Christmas Day. 10 years ago on Christmas Day, I was doing nothing but leather armor and iron daggering because Skyrim was new and we had sort of a three-way bet at work as to who could get to 100 smithing the quickest. I was the last one to pick up the game because, silly me, I was getting married on release day. And I was the first one to 100 smithing. Achievement unlocked. We're nearing the end of Helgen Keep now, and with that, the end of the first upload. Just gonna cut it off here, and then I will pick up outside the next time through. This has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, saying thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you around.